Okay, so I'm moving on to section 2 now. And section 2 is the long poem, which is entitled 50 Words, Wishes, Moments, Losses. And it's made up of sections that are constructed of 50 words each. And I'm going to be reading the first 7 parts of the poem. Number 1, 50. Candles and cake. In the box, a tie. In the bag, a book he'll never read. It has since become routine. At night, she wears the wispy slip that shows off every curve, every scar. The lights go off, and the space of tepid mattress between their bodies only expands. Number 2. Dawn is like every dawn. Rain outside windows aggravating his roomy elbows. And what of the sun? A myth, he's sure. Like every dawn, a regimen. He kisses the frayed spot on her cheek. She shifts. Good morning. You are stunning, unknowable, like Saturn and Pluto, he replies, teeth gritted. Number 3. When did his body become an enemy? He considers hanging a checklist beside the bathroom mirror, hairs gray, prostate inflamed, and the malodorousness of his body in the morning making his eyes water. Once fresh fruit, he is spoiled. I am a crabapple, he recites to his grave-eyed reflection. Number 4. Did you expect this? He asks his socks. Did you expect to find yourself imprisoned by shoe polish, black leather, bowed laces? Remember when the city was a playground? Remember the revolutionary phrases? For a moment, his fingers forget the knot. He tries to will the shoes tied and fails. Number 5, seed. There are 3 daughters. There was almost a son. Through the grit on the screen, they'd counted toes and fingers. He marked the calendar on the fridge each day she fell kicking, but kicks became flutters. They went to the doctor 8 weeks too early, just a bloody silence. Number 6. Another try was out of the question. Healthy males ejaculate 50 million sperm at a time, his doctor said. You have more chances. The sudden twist of his liver, the bilious taste on the stretch of his tongue, caused him to shake his head, forsaking the lump between his legs. Number 7, in dreams. The boy places a cup outside and watches it fill with spring rain. He's tired of indoors, dinosaurs, ship captains, aliens hunting soldiers. He has spread paint in the playroom. Sunny drops follow tangerine shoe prints down the hall. His gray eyes, stormy, could swallow the heavens. His nose smudges windows. Okay. So the last part is the Artificer, which is I don't know how many words it is, but it's about a 15-page poem, and it's written as a scroll. I can't say that's true stream of consciousness. I didn't get nearly enough. I didn't actually drink the water that time. Excuse me. I can't say it's really stream of consciousness because it's been revised considerably, but it began as a stream of consciousness piece. I'm going to be reading the first part and the last part, which hopefully, I don't think it'll spoil it, but if it does, I'm really sorry. The Artificer. The Artificer. There is a boy who is also a man, a college student with a diary that is empty of pages, each one torn out. These pages told stories of the city, but he decided that the city was more than pages, and so the boy destroyed them. During a bonfire in the city, he had wandered down its streets, following the smoke, and cast the pages in. Between the licks of flame, the boy had hoped to find the secrets of the city because he had been told once by a professor that the city was a biography, and also a philosophy, and also a tale of martyrs and genii. He had been told by an old man who was blind that the city was where all songs were born, where he could hear the songs that would never be, or had only just stopped existing, and that with these songs came dust. He had been told that these were cities of cowboys and knives. He once rode a taxi through the streets of the city, watching for horses, for a fading glimpse of a sepia 10-gallon hat. He had stopped riding in the city and had taken to collecting cobblestones instead. He picked through the city's garbage, looking for its answers. He peeled off the skin of the city and found his own beating heart, but the meaning of the words still escaped him. This boy stands now at the top of the lighthouse, looking over the place where the city, the ocean, and the sky all come together. Perhaps this is the key. Perhaps this is the place where all the answers are divined. The boy gazes out over the edge, and he waits. Waits. Sticking to my paper. And this is the last part. The student sits with the city at the edge of the sea. The student sits with the city at the edge of the sea and the sky, touching hands. How marbled they have both become. How many keys do you have, he asks the city, who replies, I have forgotten. I have so many doors that I cannot unlock, and yet there are new doors every day. Recently I opened one made of creeper vines and suddenly felt hot breath, jagged teeth upon my forearm. Another led me to a rainbow. A pigeon had perched at its apex and eyed me condescendingly. The city smiles at the young man. Do you love me? I love you. I could disappear into you. We are the same, you know. There is madness here and something of the masturbatory. The student ignores the city's advances. How many stories do you have? So many stories and so few. I am blind. I am senile. I am newborn. I am a young man. I am a little girl. I am a secretary having an affair with a male woman. I am the pent-up lust of a teenager discovering the first wisps of hair. I am all of the rage that shattered your windows. The city, the sky, the ocean have curled around each other. The lighthouse stands at the edge of the claustrophobic orb. The student holds the charred pages of his diary carefully in his hands, begins to slide the coal-black paper back against the ragged binding. The city has its arms around him, its hands on his chest. The student catches his reflection off of the whirlpool of buildings, blue depths, stars, how they have merged together. A mirror of space beside the tower. The lighthouse that stretches down, up, seems to touch itself, as though the linear infinite is really reciprocal. The mirror is empty, save for a face which stares back with longing etched on its streets. Where have you gone? I'm still here. Can you feel the heat of my vessels, my pulse? Steel rivet fingers spread over him. Are these dreams? I am the universe. I am a dream. You are a dream. Is this the key? This is a story. This is the beginning of a story. Eventually, it will bring you to an end that is covered in cobwebs. Upon dusting the cobwebs away, you'll see that you've come right back to the beginning. He flexes his arthritic knuckles. He runs his rivets through his golden fleece of hair. The point of the lighthouse slips into the world. It is empty. There is the great weight of nothingness. The congested roar of the city takes hold. And that's my reading. Thank you. Thank you.